Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gemma and this is Raining Cats and Bobbins. Welcome back to everyone and welcome to any new subscribers. It's great to have you here today. It's been a bit of a break again and I was doing so well. I had a week off in June and of annual leave from work, and I had planned to just bash out some vlogs, get some loads of sewing done and just be super productive. I was super productive, but just not with any of that. I actually ended up doing a load of decorating at home, literally every single day, pretty much from when I got up in the morning to when I stopped for dinner in the evening. We decorated the whole of the downstairs except for the hallway because I've previously already done that. And yeah, it was quite a mission. Yeah, we literally decorated the living room, the kitchen, the bathroom. We did it all. We painted every wall imaginable. We did skirting boards. We've done like moving furniture about, getting new furniture pieces in. When I say new to us, most of it was from my Facebook Marketplace, and then obviously just loads of things to dress it up. So that's like trips to like IKEA and wherever we can find other bits and pieces. So yeah, it took quite a long time. It took a lot of energy, and yeah, it's pretty much done now. It's only like some really little bits, like we want to get some photo frames and a couple of rugs, but that can wait. I've just sort of said I need a break because it was getting a bit expensive, and yeah, I'm just tired. I'm just tired now of it all. And obviously I hadn't done any sewing. The only sewing I did was maybe like a month ago. I tried a couple of masks. Yeah, that's all I've done. And yeah, it was just starting to get me a bit down as well. So I was just like, enough now, let's just have a break. We can deal with the rest of those little bits another time. And I wanted to get back to this because I was extremely aware that just time was ticking by, and all the things I had planned were just not getting done. So here we go, here we are. I have made some changes to my room as well. I did some overtime during sort of the height of the pandemic, and the money I got from that, I treated myself to a nice Kallax unit and also a new sewing desk. But I will show you the sewing desk when I do more of my sewing room tour, which will be a different episode. Yeah, let's go with that. So I've already shown you fabrics, which I did, I think that was my last video. It was the sort of vlogathon that was going on, show me your stash. So if you've not watched that yet, you can go back and see that. I don't think I've really added much to it. I might have added a few little bits, I can't remember now, but yeah, I haven't added much to that. I am going to be rearranging that cupboard soon. I'm getting another shelf because there is some little ledges that will allow for another shelf to go in. So I'm going to order the shelf, and our new, I can't really keep calling her new girl because she's not so new anymore. Her name is Chloe. Chloe's dad has been helping us out with some DIY bits and pieces, which is why we hadn't really done anything like this in the past. I don't have the skills or equipment to like put shelves up and mirrors and cut things up and, you know, all of that stuff. And I don't have anyone that's able to do it for me until Chloe and her dad came on the scene, and bless him, he has been an absolute diamond. He has done loads of bits and pieces for us. He's still we've still got a little list for him. I think he's secretly enjoying it. So yeah, he's gonna sort out, just cut down a shelf for me to go in there. So I'm gonna reorganize that. I'm super looking forward to it. Maybe I will even try and do a bit of a recording or something like that for it. You know, bring you along with me, because who doesn't love a good craft reorganized section area thing, right? Anyway, this so continuing on my little series of my sewing room tour. So you've seen the fabrics. I thought this time I will show you my project bags. So how I tend to find it easier to work through sewing items for me is to create a project bag, which will be the pattern that I am interested in making soon, and I'll find a fabric from my stash or, you know, that I've bought to go with it. With some of them, I was even more organized and I got the coordinating threads and the zips and stuff like that. But that hasn't happened so much, more probably because I can't really get to the shops to go and do that. I used to go to my local fabric land, which is just like 15 minutes down the road walking. Obviously pandemic, hadn't been able to do that. B, and very, very upsetting, they have decided to not reopen, which is really sad because I don't think I've got anywhere local now to go, just if I want to nip out for some thread, which is really sad because they were just a lifesaver having them just up the road. So now I need to make sure I'm super organized and always think ahead and get stuff ordered in. But it's just a bit of a pain because if I want just one reel of thread and then I'm potentially paying like a few pound of postage on top of that, it's a bit of a pain. But, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, that's a little diversion. So project bags. So I'm going to go through all the ones that I have bagged up. When I pulled it out of my cupboard, I have to say there was a lot more than what I remembered. So we will maybe rediscover these together. Some of them are newer ones that I put together this month because I'm off again in the week after next. I'm off again at the end of the month of August, and I wanted to make some stuff ready for that. I think that's probably not going to happen now because I don't have that much time left and I was being a little bit ambitious. But anyway, I'm going to keep the project bags together because I still would like to make them at some point. Let's just dive in and I'm just going to show you some and go from there. Okay, let's go with the, sorry, I still haven't fixed my squeaky chair. I can't get inside to where it squeaks to WD-40 it, so we'll have to part with it together. Anyway, let's go with the newer project bags. So, the ones that I have done most recently, they kind of get put a bit everywhere as well. Just surrounded by IKEA bags. Now I use IKEA bags. I find them to be the best to work with. This is the bag. I haven't taken the box out of the cupboard, so I'll write down below the size of the bags that I use. I guess they're just like freezer bags, and I just find them super easy. They're just like a little Ziploc bag or press close bag, and it just keeps everything together, and it's like sizable enough that I don't have to scrunch it all up. And yeah, it just works an absolute treat. So I do highly recommend these bags for storage of your sewing items. I'm not going to include the one that I'm currently working on because that's literally on my sewing desk. So technically it's not a project bag anymore. Okay, one of them, and actually the instructions are out because I got them out to read through them. Okay, so this is one project bag, and this is the Shiona top by AK Patterns. I think I got this when she was having a sale. I've been wanting like a nice t-shirt pattern for a while. Now, I have pulled out two fabrics to have a go with these. Now, one of them I have already cut up. Now, with these project bags, some of them will have the fabrics already cut and some of them do not. And I now try to do it so that I only cut them if I am making them very soon, like they're literally on the list to do next. And that's what this is. So this is just a plain black sort of jersey. I think I got that from Sew Essential, I'm pretty sure. And one uncut fabric. So if that one goes well, because I haven't made this up before, so that'll be my first attempt. If it goes well, or like if I need to make any tweaks or whatever, this is the one that I'm then using after that. This is also from Sew Essential, and that's just sort of like a red burgundy like animal print, which I really think is cute as well. And I think it'll make just a nice little basic t-shirt. So that's obviously that's by my sewing machine, because that is going to be next on my to make list or plan, whatever. Now this one is also, is this cut out? This is also cut out. Now this one I did a toile of a little while ago, and I'm pretty happy with it. I didn't make it up completely, like I didn't do the whole thing. I just wanted to make sure the actual fit, like around the bust, around the armhole, sleeve, etc., that felt okay, and it did. So I have cut this up, and this is ready to go as well. Now, the fabric that I chose for this, you might recall seeing from my previous Show Me Your Stash video, is, let me see if I've got a piece on that's not cut and stuck to a pattern piece. You may recognise this. Yes, this is the fabric that my mum bought me for a birthday or Christmas, I can't remember which, a few years ago. And I didn't have a clue what to make. It was quite a narrow fabric, so I felt that I was a bit limited with what I could try to get from it. And I've decided to go for a nice shirt. Now I think I've gone for the sleeveless one, which is this one here. So this is New Look 6598. And yeah, I think that will actually just make a really nice blouse. And I think it's kind of, not really neutral, but you know, I think it will go with a lot of things. A lot of the stuff that I was making for, I mean, all the ones, these newer ones, these were all things that I was hoping to have made ready for, you know, my week off. I'm only going away for a few days up north to see a friend. I was meant to be going away for the rest of the week elsewhere, but that's sort of been cancelled because we left it a bit late, and to be honest, I just can't afford it. And I was like, oh yeah, you know, I'll have a bit of a new wardrobe, as you do. And actually I was trying to pick pieces that will all complement each other or go well with each other, and yeah, this was one of them. But I'm still going to make it because I still like it. It still would be good for this weather. It is so hot at the moment. It is a bit cooler today, even though it's absolutely chucking down rain outside. It's still really muggy. Like, where is the storms? Where's the thunder? Where's the lightning? Where is this clear air? Because this is just too much for me. Okay, another one. This is the Wanted Tee by somebody. I'm not sure who. I can't remember the name. Oh, Vanessa Pouze? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Oh, focus. Maybe if I take my face out. I don't know. Anyway, the Wanted Tee is the one with the square neckline. I've seen so many people make this recently and I really like it. This one again is cut up, ready to go. And the fabric that I've used, let me see if I can show you this. This was one that was gifted to me. Is that, you can kind of see it. It's like a creamy background with like a nice little floral print. That one is more, again, it's just going to be to test to make sure that it fits and I'm happy with it. And then if it does, I'm probably going to make a few more. And I think I'd actually quite like to try to hack it into a dress, because I think that'd be a lovely bodice. Maybe just use like the Minetta skirt or something like that. I think that would look rather nice. So that's another one. And then this one, I've actually again put two fabrics into it. And one of them, the one that I've cut up, again, is more to be like a wearable toile to check the fit. I probably should have mentioned, I am trialing out a little mic, like a clip-on microphone, just so that I can, if I'm sat a bit further away, so like I'm not all up in your face, you can still hear me quite clear. I really hope that this is working and it's not too much, you're not getting too much interference. Let me know what you think, if it's working, if it sounds okay. I would obviously appreciate your constructive feedback. Anyway, this is one fabric, but this is the one that I've cut up at the moment. I have no idea what this is. I honestly don't have a clue, and I'm not even sure where I got it. Maybe Fabricland? Like, I don't know. But I've cut that up to, oh, this has actually got 3 fabrics in. Crikey, ambitious much. Ah, this is to make the Untitled Thoughts. Is it? Yes. Why is there so many pieces? Chandler pants? I am using this fabric to trial it as a pair of shorts, because again I want to check that the fit is okay, and I figure it's no point making a whole long, you know, the longer leg trouser and then being like, oh, that's not so great. But if that does go well, I've plucked out 2 other fabrics which I may potentially use, which is this, which is just a viscose. I think I got that from the Textile Centre, which I actually do really like. They're like little, oh, I don't even know what the pattern is, but it's really cute. And this, which I think was the Cupro that I got from Walthamstow Market, from the guy outside of Sainsbury's, I think it was, which is like a blue. I don't know if that's coming up. Yeah, so one or both maybe, if that goes quite well, but in obviously the longer leg trouser, because again, I think those would be maybe quite nice for work, quite nice just to relax in. I am not gonna waste my time putting all these back in the packets because it's also probably really loud. So I'm just gonna make a bit of a mess and do all that afterwards. Wow, that's quite messy. Never mind, it's fine. It's all good. Okay, another one. Now this is not cut up because this is one that I'm still debating on whether I want to use this fabric for. I find that this is just a way for me to get my creative juices flowing, get me sort of like, if I've been in a bit of a slump with sewing, I just find this is a really good way to get me motivated and like excited about doing it again. I can look through my patterns, see what I really fancy making at that time, see what fabric takes my fancy to go with that pattern, and I can bag it up. If I've got like some time, I will trace the pattern out, just have it all ready, and then that way I can be like, when I know I've got a good stretch of time to do some sewing, I can just grab the bag, the project bag, and if obviously I've cut the fabric up, then it's ready to go. Otherwise, that's all I have to do, so it's quite quick just to get going. I think that's what I like about project bags, is the fact that it's just, for me, it's just a grab bag. So it's all there ready and waiting, and then as soon as I've got the motivation, or as soon as I've got some time and I'm like, right, I want to do some sewing, I can have a look through, see what I've got ready to go, find what I want, grab it and go. And for me, that just really works. I imagine it's like different for everyone, and to be honest, I have found through this process some pros and cons to it. I will come to the cons as we get through some more of these bags. Anyway, this was the Flint pants. I haven't cut this yet. Again, this was from the Sew Essential. It wasn't quite what I was expecting. I think it was described as a twill, if this is the right one. To me, this is not really a twill. This is kind of like I don't know what it is. Kind of makes me feel like it's a bit like a Hessian bag. If that makes, I don't know. It's just, I don't know what that is. I think it could make a nice trouser though. It's quite flowy. We'll see. That's why I haven't cut into it yet, because I'm not sure, but it's a possibility. To be honest, I think that's probably going to get dismantled and put back. That's another good thing. Like, as long as I haven't cut into it, if I change my mind, I can be like, actually, I'm not feeling that. Let's put it all back. This is another one that's potentially going to get put back. Oh, this one has thread with it. Organisation. This is one that I've been meaning to make for quite a while. This is the Dirando Datura top, which I haven't yet successfully made through one reason or other. Now, I had a little sewing day with some friends a while ago, and I was like, oh, okay, I didn't have much time left, but I thought I've got enough to maybe cut this out and have a go. And I wanted to make it out of a men's shirt that I'd picked up from a charity shop. I mean, how gorgeous is that? It's a really nice fabric. But I did not have, there just wasn't enough fabric for it, which was a bit of a bum. So I thought I would have to maybe use another one and just use them as like contrasting pieces, because you have like this top yoke and then obviously the bottom section. So I figure, you know, I could use like a couple of different fabrics. So I picked up some other men's shirts that I also had. I think a couple of these were my brother's that he was going to give to a charity shop, and I was like, I'll take those, thank you. That I was going to maybe put together, but I haven't yet got back to it and decided. I don't know whether, I don't know if I'm feeling them or not. I think that one is maybe too different, and that one is like it's trying to be similar, but I've just missed the mark. I don't know. I mean, let me know what you think. If you think one of these might work, maybe. I don't know. Otherwise, I'll have a look through and see what else I've got. That's going to stay together for now because I would like to make the tutorial top, like successfully for once. We'll see. Okay, now another one that I've got, which I might, oh, this one is a Waitrose bag. I'm not entirely sure where I got that from. This one, I don't know whether I'm going to keep it together or not. I probably will. It doesn't need to be sewn up yet because it's a jumper. And as I just said, we're pretty much living with 30-degree heat. It's probably not that hot today, but that's how it's been. And it's just, I feel like I'm on the sun. Anyway, this is the Sew House 7. I think it's the toaster sweater, but I've got the simplicity version. And I wanted to make this one, and I've got a nice, like, I don't know what sort of fabric this is. This was, I think I got this through a D-stash, but it's a nice stretchy material. It'll make a nice cozy jumper. Yeah, I will keep that by until the weather changes to allow for jumpers. So that, yeah, I'll probably keep that one together. That's another one. Right, I'm going to get two big ones out the way because they go together. These are also Waitrose bags. Now this has been in a project bag probably for a couple of years. One con, I guess, is that, you know, you cut them out and then you're just too intimidated to make them and then they just stay there forever. This bag will probably turn to dust before I get around to it. No, it won't. Like, it's coming up to winter and I'm going to have a go at making it. This one you'll have probably seen in previous vlogs. It's this. This was on a Make 9 list, like, when I don't know, years ago, when I first started doing Make 9s, I guess. I've got this one cut out. I don't even know if it's 2 stars. I think it's just 1 star. I think you have 1 star. It's 1 star. I have that cut out. And it was fabric that I got from a shop that the name was some sort of bird, maybe? I can't remember the name. It was somewhere in Chichester anyway. That is all cut out. And the lining, or some of the lining, I don't know if you remember, I had the the cat astronauts anyway, is that. So it is going to be super fun. I think what's holding me back is that I think it's probably going to be too big. I cut this out before I started really considering how, oh, just pop that down, how fitting, like how my fitting was working. And I was going by what the packet says, like my size should be. And obviously when you make it up with those sort of patterns, it's incorrect and ends up being really big. And most of the time, like with dresses and stuff, I can bodge it so that I can get it to fit fairly well. I have no idea if I can bodge a coat pattern to get it to fit. If it doesn't fit me, it may fit my mum, or I can just gift it on to someone else. I do want to have a go. And to be honest, an oversized coat I think will be quite nice anyway. I think that might be quite fun, especially because of the lining. I love it. So I think that's going to be my autumnal project. You know, coming up to autumn, winter time, I'm going to just bite the bullet and start working on it. I haven't made a project that involved before, and I think that's what's sort of holding me back a bit. But I just need to go for it. So yes, we're going to do this. Right, a couple more. Oh, only a couple more. This is not too bad. I mean, it's a lot. Don't get me wrong. I know it's a lot, but still. Okay. Yeah, a couple more, and then we're done. Oh, well, let's do this one quick. This one actually is another Waitrose bag. I have some in. This is actually a 12 fabric, so this is just a practice go. I think I've sewn a couple of seams, and then this was probably last summer, And then summer was over and I was like, oh, well, there's no point in carrying on. So maybe I'll get around to it this summer. But this is New Look 6084. It's, when is this from? Does it give you a year? I don't know. It looks like it's from quite a while ago. A nice pair of short culottes, which I do really want to try. And this is just some bedding that I picked up many years ago at a car boot sale. But yeah, I'm going to try and carry on with that and then see if I've got some fabric to make those up, because I think they will be super fun to wear. They look really nice. I feel actually I have a couple of culotte patterns now, but you know, I still want to make them up. I have made up one. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. The waistband wasn't so good, and has since then the zip broke. Wasn't a great zip, obviously. And I do have the Windsor culottes, which I really want to try. And Jennifer Lauren has just, I'm pretty sure it's her, has brought out a pattern for culottes, and I really want those. Really want them. So at some point I'll get those. But yeah, well, those as well, why not? Let's do it. Okay, another one. Now this one has been bagged up for quite a while. I haven't cut into this. I need to retrace the pattern out. I traced it when I was like, oh yeah, you know, size, whatever. And then I got rid of it because I was like, oh, I'm going to do a full bust adjustment and do all this properly. And then I've decided I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go back to my original idea of bodging it, but just bodge it better. Even listening to me say that just sounds stupid, but it works for me. It does work as long as I bodge it better. I need to just understand more. Like, this is where I need to twirl it more, so that when I make the size up, I can be like, okay, it's too big here, so nip tuck, blah 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 blah, job done, there we go. It's when I just make it straight out and then I'm like, meh, that doesn't fit. Anyway, I need to retrace it and go from there. And this is the fabric that I pulled out for it. I just think that will look absolutely glorious. But I haven't cut into it yet, just in case I change my mind. Again, that was going to be for like, oh, have that in time for summer. Although this has been in a bag for a long time again. This is probably a con to it, is that they kind of end up in bags and they get forgotten about. So maybe some of these I need to dismantle. We'll see. Right, one more of uncut, and this is the Jessica dress. Yeah, the Jessica dress. I think you might be familiar with this pattern. I can't remember her name, who it's by. It's gone, and I really like her. She's amazing. But yeah, this is the pattern. I did have another fabric in here that I've since taken out. Oh, it was a couple of jean dresses that I was going to try and repurpose into this. But I found, I mean, I just tried to cut a simple skirt pattern out of them, and there just wasn't enough material. I kind of thought, well, these are massive jean dresses. I can make these into anything. It's going to be great. And actually, there's not as much fabric as I thought. So I'm having to rethink what I use them for. But I had pulled this one out. This was from Fabricland when I went to Southampton. And I thought that would be absolutely gorgeous as this dress. Can you even imagine? Oh, that would just look stunning if I can just get around to doing it. This again has been bagged up for quite a while. I think what has put me off of making this one is that when I've heard people making them, like I've seen on Instagram and stuff, people have made them and they look beautiful. But quite a few people have said either that the fit is a bit funky or the instructions are, or something like that. And I've let it put me off and be a bit like, meh, what if I don't understand? What if I can't do it? La, la, la. But I need to be like, you know what? Sod that. Just have a go. So I will at some point with the other bags. Right. A couple more and then we're done for this. I was going to show you something else, but maybe I'll do that in a separate video because I feel like this is going to get a bit long. Right, this is another one that I'd put together. I may take it apart because I'm not sure that I even want to make these now. These are the Iris shorts by Colette. You can see that. And I pulled out this fabric. This is like a remnant I had left of from a dress that I'd made. I think there's probably enough to make the shorts, and I think they would be cute. I've cut the pattern out, but obviously I haven't cut the fabric yet. I don't, oh, it has got a side zip. That's interesting. Maybe I will have a go, because I think that would be quite cute. A little polka dot pair of shorts. It's not actually in a bag technically either, it's just in one of these little folders that I used to use to store my PDFs. I use a different system now, but with some bits I've still kept these. See, this is when you go through them, it is a good way, like you can be like, oh, I'm going to dismantle it, I'm not interested at the moment. And then other ways, you kind of get like a, oh, actually, yeah, maybe this would still be good to make. As I put all this stuff away, I am going to really consider what am I still interested in, what am I not, and repack it that way. This one is Butterick B6318. You might be familiar with this pattern. Now this one I have actually started making, and then I stopped. I can't remember why. Look, I have most of a bodice. Maybe I should carry, oh look, yeah, maybe I should carry that on. Yeah, I can't remember why I stopped. I guess I probably took a break and then wanted to move on to something else, because I'm quite fickle that way apparently. A random button. Now this one has got some notions in, so I've got the thread in there and I've got the bias binding. Isn't that incredibly tidy? So I just need to finish that off. Yeah, I'm not going to say this one was a con to this system, because this was, I put this in a project bag because I was making it up. I don't know what happened as to why I stopped, but obviously there was some sort of reason, probably a crappy reason, that it got put to the side. The one, oh, that goes with it. When I first started doing this, like doing like grab bags, and I used to cut them, I used to always just cut straight into the fabric, and that's how I had my bag ready. So when I first started, I would have the pattern traced and cut, the fabric cut, all ready to go. And it did work for a while until I came to this one, and this is what stopped me from cutting the fabric straight away, unless I was like dead certain working on it next, like with the ones at the beginning. This is the one that made me think, maybe that's not such a good idea and could waste my fabric. This is the Simple Sew Sienna dress. It is really cute, I think. I don't know. I kind of like, I feel that this blew through the sewing scene a while ago, and I was like, oh yeah, that's amazing, I really want to make it. Got it, cut it out, and then I was like, I'm not feeling inspired by it at all. I don't even know why, because it is quite a pretty dress. I don't understand, and I don't know what, I think I did cut it as they've cut it here. Like, there is a seam right down the front. Why? Why is that there? Why have you not done it on the fold? I mean, I guess it's going to allow for like better fitting and stuff, but why? And I think I was like, oh yeah, I'll cut it on the fold. But and this does still happen, things like that, and I get into the zone of cutting and I forget what my plans were because I don't write them down. And I just cut them as they are, and then I meant to do it differently. And and then it's too late because I've cut it. And I think that's what I did with this. Luckily, this wasn't a precious fabric. This was another like bed sheet, duvet cover or whatever. But it is really pretty. I think I will at some point still try and make it up, because I would like to see what it looks like. I'd like to see how it fits. And I do like the fabric, but yeah, pretty much not long after me cutting it, I was just like, I'm just not feeling the inspiration for this at all. So that's what made me decide, okay, the grab bags for me are a great idea. I just love how it brings an idea together, and then, you know, it gets me all excited about sewing. I love all these plans. I love planning stuff. And it's so quick and easy that I can just be like, here we go, grab the bag, pattern's traced and cut, hopefully. All I need to cut is the fabric and I can just get started. But yeah, I definitely need to not, unless I'm literally going to be making it like pretty soon, not cut into the fabric. So that is how I store my sewing projects. This is how I even have sewing projects. Like when I am interested in something, I literally just bag it all up, and then I can go through it. I can get inspired. I don't know. It kind of both works for me and doesn't work, because I then have so many project bags. It's a little bit overwhelming, and sometimes I change my mind. But at the same time, I really enjoy it because, yeah, it just gets me really pumped up. But also, and like, I can just grab it and go. So I guess there's a bit of both for me. I'm still going to do them. I'm not going to not have a project bag, I think. I don't know. Maybe I should try not doing it. I don't know. What do you all do? Do you have project bags? Do you create in this way? Or how do you pick a sewing project? Do you just literally have all your fabrics and all your patterns put away, and then one day you're like, I want to sew something, and then you'll look through and grab it and do it that way? I would love to know, because obviously storing these is a big thing as well. Like there are so many, and yeah, storing them is quite hard. So I would love to know, you know, how do you keep yourself like motivated, and how do you have project bags, or how do you do your sewing? How do you sew? Do you have everything? Can you just decide what you want on the day? You know, I fancy a t-shirt today, or maybe I'll make a pair of shorts. I would love to know, because seeing all this and going through it has actually been a big help. It is making me think, do I actually want to store it like this? Is it really helping me? Is there another way that I could do it? If you've got any ideas, I would love to hear it. Space to store them isn't very big. It's just in my little cupboard. But I don't know. I kind of want something visual, you know, some bits put together. So I don't know. I don't even know if this makes sense. But yeah, I would be really, really interested to know your thoughts and ideas on this. The other thing that I do, I feel like I'm just a complete nut job. Another thing that I do is that all the patterns that I'm super interested in making, I kind of split them out from the rest of the patterns. So I have some baskets of patterns up on top of my wardrobe, which are grouped by the pattern companies. Two of them are. The third one is the group, of like basket full of ones that I like more than the others, and will be more likely to sew sooner than the others. So I kind of split them up that way. I don't know why, but it's just how I've done it. And then from that group and from my PDFs, I should be embarrassed to show all this. I really should, but whatever. I've done this. And actually, looking in here, I've got some more project bags. I've got some pajamas with some fabric. This is sickness. A dress, which I've cut a toile from. Another dress, which I've cut a toile from. A top, which I've cut a toile from. Oh my gosh. What's this? I'm not sure what that is. Oh, this is something I'm currently working on. It's the Libby shirt by Sew Over It. It's currently hanging in my wardrobe, unfinished. I need to finish that. This was going to be a project bag. This was the Brumby skirt, but I took the fabric out because I changed my mind. So that's not technically a project at the moment. And I did the same for that. I took the fabric out. But yeah, this is full of some more empty bags. This is full of patterns that I am more interested in making sooner than my other patterns. Like these are the ones that I'm like, oh yeah, I think I'd like to make these soon. I would just need to go through and find the fabrics for. Yeah, so yeah. Do you do that? Does anyone else do this? Am I alone? Oh, I don't know. If you would like me to do a bit of a pattern show and tell as one of my episodes of my sewing room tour, then do let me know. I won't show you every single pattern because, I mean, compared to some, I have quite a small range, but it would still take a long time. But if you perhaps want to look through the ones that I feel are like my favourites, or ones that I like more at the moment, then yeah, let me know and I will add that as an episode. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave it at that for now because I've created such a mess and I feel that I do actually want to go through these and just pack up the bags that I'm like, yeah, okay, I do really like this, and dismantle the other ones. I do want to get some sewing done today and I feel time is getting away from me. I had the house to myself this weekend, so I feel it's allowed me to recharge a bit. I do better when I can have time away from people every now and then, and so I really needed that this weekend. But at the same time, it makes me really like, I know that everyone's going to be back tomorrow, so it'll just be a full house. But I get that same feeling at the weekend when you know you have to go to work on Monday. It just feels really sucky. But it is what it is. Anyway, so I want to crack on and get some sewing done. Right, I'm going to leave it at that. So yeah, I will pick what my next episode's going to be. I might do the patterns if you're interested. Otherwise, I will go through at least how I store my patterns and my new sewing desk. So you can see that. And my machines maybe, if that's going to be of interest. I'm going to leave it there. I don't know what else to say. I feel I've just really overwhelmed myself with all this stuff around me now. But yeah, as I said, please do comment down below. Feel free to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet already. It'd be great to have you here. And yeah, oh, and you could tap the bell and then that notifies you when I add more videos, which obviously is going to happen because I've got so much more stuff to tell you about apparently. All this stuff around me. I need to do a little show and tell of some makes. I took some pictures last night of some Minerva makes that I've made. I need to get those up onto my Instagram, so feel free. I'll pop my Instagram channel below and you can have channel, page, whatever. You can have a follow or a look on there if you want to. And yeah, I think that's it for now. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're all okay. And yeah, have a great day, evening, afternoon, weekend, weekday, whatever it is, wherever you are. Enjoy and yeah, take care and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.